You okay, Marty? All right. How are y'all today? I hope well. I thought I'd do a video of the my favorite, the only two Kirby books that I really love, and I thought I'd show you my finished pages in here and maybe some sort of whips, maybe abandonments. I don't know. Okay, the first one is World Within Worlds. And you can see I started working here, but I didn't finish that. It's very busy. It's a very busy page. I'm starting to learn, have learned that there's certain kinds of pictures I just can't deal with, and some of this I do want to do parts of it, especially like the animal here. So I've got the tree started. But I just got interested in other things and decided to just put that on hold. And here's one that I started. And, you know, it was iffy anyway. And then I go and put too much gouache on this other picture over here. I'll show you in a second. That it bled through and then stuck to some other paper I had on top of that. And so I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks like he's blowing out smoke. Maybe I can fix that now with some other medium. I don't know. But anyhow, that was an abandonment. And this one is too, really. I just kind of, you know how you just lose the love for something and I don't know if I want to. I started to do, believe this is gouache and color pencil. So might not go back. So this video is not supposed to be about whips or abandoned pictures, but I thought I'd show you those anyway. This I started, and I didn't put the completed date in March. So this is, I believe this is my first picture that I did in here. Okay, well, I'm trying to get that open so I can open this correctly. And I put down all the, see it on that side too. I believe I did, let's see, apple green, yeah, that's, I said colored pencils. Okay, so I'm using Black Widow, Prismacolor, and Sioux Color in this one. This was the first Kerby page that I did, and I didn't get any ideas from anyone other than masking things. I wanted this page to be, see how this bled over from here? Yeah, that's before I learned to put down page, this tracing paper to keep pictures from hitting each other, but that's okay. The point is that I wanted this page to be bright and cheerful, and because most everybody painted it kind of, you know, kind of dark and creepy, and I just didn't want dark and creepy, so I colored this. Oh, I did use glitter pins on here. I wanted it to be just bright and cheerful, and wasn't sure what to color the toes, but I brought in some of the house color down here to kind of help your eye move around. And anyway, I like it. I masked these little things coming out of his head, and I masked some of the scary stuff, like I think a skull was here, and I know there was something else creepy. I was just not into creepy. But anyway, there was my effort in turning that into something happy. Yeah, I learned a new way of taking the pages off here, so you see, I might just cut it. Hey, we just go with the flow on this channel. When in doubt, cut it out. Okay. All right, this one was, believe, mostly Prismacolors. I didn't write anything down as far as what I used on this one. At least I couldn't find it. No, that wasn't it. I made these little things on my computer and printed them out. Then, you know, started to write down things that I colored, but I don't think I did one for this. That's okay. Anyhow, then I used some, I believe I used some metallic paint. Sorry about that. Yeah, metallic paint here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. Awesome. I love the blues. I love lots of blues. And then I said, well, I want the spikes to be silvery. That was my reasoning behind that color. I think you can see that silver flashing a little bit. And then to balance out the blue, I did some orangey yellow here in the middle, and I think metallic paint on those trees. Something other people did, and I thought about going back and doing this, was that they drew an iris on here, which I guess would make sense, but I didn't do that the first time, and I don't really like to go back over my pictures, so maybe for another time. All right, this is one of my favorites, and this is another example of masking. I mask with acrylic paint or gouache, whatever I can get to. And you could probably tell, those that have done this page, where I masked a few things, a few of the creepier things. And I mean, even the artist that I got the ideas from for the colors, she masked the little bookshelf over here, and I did that too. I used, looks like gouache and some sparkly pin here. Looks like my Uniball silver one. Maybe some suit color. And yeah, a little bit of metallic paint, and I kind of did it over here. There's something that's on there, but I just put a extra sparkle right there because it kind of, I couldn't get the color pencil to go over the whole thing. I probably ought to zoom in, but I don't know how to zoom in on this yet. I'll just bring it up here. All right, do you see that there in the middle? I painted over that, and then I used colored pencil after it was dry, but it left little white spaces, and I thought, well, gee, that looks like, you know, stardust or galaxy back there or something. So I just put some There it goes. Yeah. A little bit of shiny pink. Good stuff. I like the way she was doing the background. I enjoyed that. And making this gold looking. And I do believe I have this somewhere written down what I used. What else? Oh, yeah. This is definitely one of my favorites. Awesome. Goodness, I'm amazed that it came out. I mean, I don't like tooting my own horn at all, and I'm definitely not in this case, but I look at this page and it just brings me joy, you know. Mountain cabin. I know I wrote this down somewhere. Astronaut, there it is. Yay. I started that on the 22nd of, no, that's not 22nd. This is May 2020, 22. All right, I didn't put the date on that, but it was somewhere in there, that month. And I finished it here, so it in June, on June 12th. It took me a little time. I was coming and going and just taking my time on it. And you can see I put on the side here, sorry about the shaking. I'm not nervous, not really. My hands shake because I have a shaking problem. It's genetic. Anyhow, on the side I put what those colors were used for. And this, okay, so I wanted to do some of it in Black Widows, and I translated that from, converted that from the Prismacolor. There were some areas I preferred to use the Prismas, especially in this area of the sky that up here. I just wanted more of that softer feel, I guess. Although I dearly love Black Widows too. Anyhow, I'm just telling you what I did. And when I use the Black Widow, I put that little swatch next to it. When I use the Prismacolor, I put the swatch next to that. And when I've used both, I've used, you know, it's both. Simple stuff. Goodness, I use so many colors in this. Practically the whole batch of colors. Look at that. It goes on for that many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages. Anyhow, good stuff. Prismacolors. Metallic paints. Glitter paints. Glitter pens. Acrylic paint pens. I think I'd use Posca on this. It was before I got the others. Anyhow, hopefully you can see some of that. I did get the idea from, and I bet you I didn't write it down. Nope, I didn't write it down for this one, where I got the ideas from. It's likely Chris Ching. Yeah, it's Chris Ching. I'm gonna write that down now so I won't forget. Chris Ching. Say if y'all have any other artists that have similar styles that of the things I like in here and do, just let me know in the comments. All right, I really like that one. Yeah, I put this metallic paint or glitter paint. It's really glitter paint on there. If I could go back and do any more on this, I'd probably use some stickles. I just got this a few weeks ago and just only used it a little bit. I'm not going to do it now because it will mess up. So I love that picture. Here's a boo-boo. I probably won't finish it. Maybe I might. We'll see. Is that the only ones? And there's another whip in here. I was going to do a purple shoe. I might still go back and work on that. And this is just testing out things back here on the sample pages. I like that. So there's so many in here I want to do. You can see my little tabs. Anyhow, love that. And I think, gosh, it's hard to decide whether I like Fragile World better or Worlds Within Worlds. Boy, I'm thinking it's this one, but I like them. It would be hard to decide. All right, here's the big butterfly, and I watched an artist for this one. I'm probably gonna make y'all sick of me mentioning her name, but I have to give her a shout out. There's just no two ways about it. It's Coloring with Elena. Her artwork is just amazing, and I wanted to try to learn from her. Have different things to do. I'm wondering if when it was that I started. It's the birds. Oh, the dolphins. I'll get to that in a minute. Fish. Well, I know I wrote down somewhere all the things I used on here, but basically it's going to be Prismacolors and any kind of sparkly, gel, shiny, glittery paint. And of course I got that idea from Coloring with K. Yay, Coloring with K. I don't sparkle and shine mine up as much as she does hers. Hers are just beautiful. I guess it's just like I'm dipping my little toe into adding some sparkle, and where would I do that? And so yeah, I like that. I don't know, can you see that? Shining a little bit. I love this butterfly, just love it. Oh yeah, on this right here, one of the things Elena likes to do is to mask the black lines in a lot of books, all the pictures. In this case, she used I think she always uses Posca to outline this flower and this flower and this one, just about all the flowers. And she had a pink. Well, I didn't have pink Posca, so I just got out some pink paint that I had acrylic paint and put that in there. So yeah. And this one is also from Elena. What I ought to do also is tell things that I did different, but I believe this was at a time where I just followed her instruction. I wasn't ready to branch out on my own. And I learned a lot about backgrounds on these two. I mean, I like bees, but it's not necessarily my animal of choice to color, especially one this big, but I said I'm going to do it because I'll learn how to do some hair, although this book kind of has it in there. And the background I wanted to do, that background took a long time. I kept working and working and reworking with paint, with acrylic paint, with gouache. I think it was just gouache. Gouache and color pencil, and just on and on and on until I got it to where I wanted it to be. Ha! Very nice. And this is the first time I've done circles, those little bubbly circles, and I've got those spruckled up. So I like learning about the backgrounds. What else? So many pictures I want to do in here. I want to do that one. Oh yeah, this one is my most recent, and it's definitely a whip. I got kind of tired of doing this color of brown, and I might, just because I think I just can't stand to do that the whole time. I may just go back with paints, because this paper holds up with paints pretty well. And I like the sky. Definitely wanted to do that sky. I added some gold watercolor. Maybe I should just show you. And I cannot remember the name of this. It was just a cheap set. I thought, you know, I'll go ahead and try the cheap set. Maybe it's worth it. And to me, it is. I've had a good time with that, especially these golden colors. They're so golden. It's just jumps off the page, and the blues. So as I use these more and more, I'll see what colors I generally use all the time, and then maybe buy some special palettes. But I put them on here. I showed that in my other picture, and I do apologize for not knowing the name. I actually cut this to fit into this case. So if you look for one that has, it's in a tin like this, but it's bigger than this one. And so that's the one I used in there. When I mentioned watercolor glitter paints, that's what I'm using. And I'll try to find the name of it. I probably could look it up on Amazon. Everything comes from Amazon, doesn't it? I think I probably bought that in June. La 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 la. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. I know, I'm nuts. But that's okay. You know, I want to get this right. I want to show you what I used. How far along ago did I buy that? Surely it wasn't that far back. No. It could be the... Oh, there it is. Yay. It was Arco. You see that? Probably not. ACRO. And $15 for 36. If you're just starting out, get that one. It works great. And I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just tell you what I like and don't like about whatever it is. So you can see there that gold was spectacular. And I will do the same thing over here when I go to finish that one. A finished one, yay! Alright. This one was totally me. I didn't look at anybody's YouTube video for it. Probably the background I might have. I used the King Art mixed media gel sticks, and that was fun. So I had to learn how to use that, and there's plenty of instruction out there. Can't get that back in for that. And I decided to use some stencils that I had to kind of, I don't know, I just liked it. I just like putting stencils back there. Probably if I had to do this again, instead of making the stencils kind of hazy like that in the background, I'd probably actually do them in the colors that everything else is in, but make them more faded out, and so it'll give it some more 3D. Then I put so much glitter on here. Can y'all tell that? I glittered that thing up. I mean, I colored it, put glitter on it, put paint pen, glitter pen, I mean, just on, and said, look, I got it. The paper's gonna leak. And you see, it did come through because I used so much, but I'm not likely to paint that little guy anyway. And if I did, I could cover that up pretty easily. But so I just gooed that one quite a bit, and of course I've got lots of glitter pen. The glitter gel pen is really nice. It adds so much sparkle, and it dries, you know, pretty much instantly. This is a cute look. I did go look at a lot of pictures of this little, I think it's a European hamster. I went and looked at a lot of pictures of that so I could color it properly. And I just picked some contrasting colors from the sky down here, and this butterfly I got from another picture I colored. I said, I think I like that red, yellow and blue, and the, oh yeah, that's the other thing I did. Now remembering, see, I need to write this down. Is I went and when I was looking at pictures of him, of her, him, her, this little creature, I was looking at the backgrounds and the foregrounds and what he's sitting in. I just call everything he for some reason. And some of the flowers that are in that area are red like this, and some are white like these daisy looking colors, and you've got the pinks. It's a Russian hamster, and there's some blue, so I totally got that from looking for pictures on the internet. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, I almost need to zoom out. It's a 2-page. This is definitely, oh, can you see that? I didn't use a terrible lot of glittery metallic. Sorry about that. I guess we only need one, really. Like that. Tell me, do y'all leave your paper in there forever, or do you take it out after a while? Elena is the one I got this. I watched your video of it, and I just kept coloring and coloring and coloring and coloring blue, and I thought, why did I pick this? And anyway, I used some Posca in acrylic paint. Not acrylic, I'm sorry. Was it acrylic or gouache? Gouache. To mask some of the lines here. And I actually had a great time learning to color that water. And I know I've got that in here. You know, next time I'm gonna actually make sure there we go. Fragile World, yes. And she used a lot of Faber-Castell polychromos, and I didn't have those, so I just looked at the conversion chart for Prismas. Some of them don't convert that well. You just kind of have to play around and see what looks good. And then that goes all the way down to some of the French Cray Tan. What would I use chocolate and dark brown at? I bet you that's completely another picture. This is basically the palette for that. Very simple palette, and sometimes I like simple, sometimes I don't. All right. La la. Penguins. This is a Chris Ching. You know what? It's not Chris Ching. I promise the next time I do a video, I will be way more organized on this stuff. Fish, crab, astronaut. I did this one before the astronaut. Well, here it is. I got the idea from an internet YouTuber, and I just have the littlest bit of sparkle in there. That's when I started just to add a little bit of sparkle. You can see it, little sparkling in the clouds, and here on the penguins. I loved doing the clouds and the sky. Really enjoyed that. If I could go back and add something, I'd probably add some more sparkle, but I would probably mask some of these. They're not overly thick, but I might probably mask those. And I think that is the last one. I did a lot of testing out here of different colors and practiced making clouds with that one. All right, those are I do have one other Kerby book, but I haven't done anything in there, so because I really like this one and World of Wonders best. These are just awesome books. Just love it. All right. Thank y'all for coming by. God bless.